the governor's budget did include $3 million in planning funds, and as discussed tonight, the House budget removes the planning funds entirely, while the Senate budget retains them. So negotiations will occur on this issue in conference, and so it is important that we get some sense of direction from the board on the county's commitment to the project and how we want to address that.
Mr. Meyer, would you like to make a motion?
Sure, thank you, Madam Chair. I move that the Board of Supervisors direct the county administrator to identify a proposal for funding for the county share of the Northern Virginia Regional Science Center project for consideration by the board as part of the FY 2020 Capital Improvement Program budget development process.
Second. Discussion on the motion. Mr. Meyer.
Madam Chair, I mentioned this earlier a little bit in my board comments. We lost the House vote already with very little discussion. We need to show right now this is a priority for us, that we have skin in the game. That's the only way in conference that we'll make sure this gets put back. The Senate did pass and has it in their appropriations package. The House does not. And so there's not a more pivotal time than right now than to make our voice heard. We heard from so many people today from the community on why this is important. I really probably don't even have to reiterate how much this can impact our kids and our future and the perception of our county in the future. When talking about having our elementary school kids, having our middle school kids, having everyone be able to interact with this science center, to be able to be inspired, to actually have your young ones, I can only imagine Lincoln, my 2-year-old, eventually being inspired to actually want to go to a place where she can learn, want to go. And that's what you see in these kids at these places. I mean, how great would it be if kids woke up every day and said, man, I want to go to school. But this science center people wake up and say, man, can I go to the science center today? I mean, wouldn't that be great to have in Loudoun? Fairfax wishes that they had now. We have the opportunity now to solidify our position and to inspire a generation of scientists, engineers, inventors, imaginative thinkers, artists right here in Loudoun County. This is probably, I think, one of the most important things we need to highlight in our package. And it can't be something that's just in a list. It's got to be something that stands out. Putting skin in the game, saying that we actually will match the funding, is what's going to make us stand out in the list of appropriations that they're looking at trying to cut when they go to the conference. So I appreciate my colleagues' support on this. And this is one of those game-changing projects for Loudoun that only comes once every couple terms.
Mr. Meyer, back to you.
Yeah, just one quick closing. We spend an incredible amount of money on parks and on community centers and senior centers. The Ashburn Community Center, for context, we're investing more than $86 million to build a community center. $86 million. Does the state come in and do a match for that? No. Does the private sector come in and do a match for that? No. Can you imagine if they did? We'd probably be building more of those facilities. We're getting a 3-to-1 match from the state plus a private sector match. And this is for something that, in my opinion, does a lot more good for the future than just another community center, just another park, just another senior center. This is something that we ought to invest in because it does matter for our future.
All right. All in favor, please say aye. Any opposed? That motion will pass 702.